What is going on? Pokemon Go trainers, welcome to episode 386 of the LURED podcast, where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. LURED is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today's Tuesday, March 10th, it's Mario Day. 2026.
It's us, Mario's brothers.
Mario. This episode
Pokemon
is streaming
brothers.
live on Twitch, YouTube, X, and Facebook. I'm your host, Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle. Yo.
Hey, trainers.
What's happening, my dude? How are you?
A little tired.
A little tired? Bro,
A little tired.
I'm steady tired.
This time change has like switched things up. Like I'm going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. I think that's a good thing, but like it's just weird to me.
Yeah, I'm perpetually tired. I'm perpetually up late and perpetually up early, so I just can't win, man. I'm just constantly in a state of exhaustion. It's wonderful. It's fantastic. But anyway, we got some good stuff to talk about on this week's show. Of course, we're going to recap the last week of gameplay. We had the 30th anniversary event. It was very cool to see Legendaries in the wild and then have them run away from you. So we'll talk about that. Plenty to unpack there. The Pokopia event kicked off today at the time of this recording. And it's pretty great. New costume shinies, extra XP from stops. I just think any event that puts like a focus on exploration is a good thing. So that's all good stuff. Actually, all the March events are looking pretty strong and have been feeling really good lately. The bug out event is coming back next before the next episode on audio releases. So we'll run through a quick preview of that. And just when you thought that you had enough Pikachu, we get the announcement of 2 additional Pikachu events, a shockingly good time and G-Max Pikachu Max Battle Day. Man, a lot of Kanto, a lot of Pikachu, all the time. Just non-stop.
It's so much Pikachu.
Yeah, it's wild.
Casa the Cubone messaged me and was like, "Is this? I feel like I should be doing these, but do I have to be doing these?" And it's like,
dude,
I did like 3 or 4. I think I did one today.
You talk about
it's just like
the D-Max
the regular
battles?
Pikachu. Yeah. And it's like I don't really care. I was just kind of hoping to see if I could get the shiny D-Max because like that's cool. But
I
like,
think
and I love. Hey, I just want to say I do love that they're not wearing any costumes. Please, for the love of everything, do not put costume Pikachu in Dynamax.
That's the long game. That's how they release it down the
road.
No,
but just don't, please.
I do want to talk about the daily discoveries, specifically Max Monday, because I don't know. It was definitely a different vibe, a different approach from the game. And, we're very easily influenced because by judging by my friends list and judging by everyone I talked to, people did a lot of Pikachu. Way more Pikachu than they thought they were going to do. Way more of any Max Monday boss, I think, because of the way the game delivered it to us. So we'll get there. But the Go Memories sweepstakes gives you a chance to win a trip to Go Fest, but will also likely be a way to hear some really cool trainer stories. That's always fun stuff. And then finally, we're going to wrap up with a conversation about how we're starting to really feel a shift in gameplay. We have some major gameplay clues, but we still don't really know what's going on with the game, but we definitely know that it feels different. A little bit of a rebalance with shiny rates, a more structured schedule. Things are definitely changing, and we're starting to feel it out, and people are deciding for themselves whether they like things or not. Now, it depends on if you play PvP or not, because PvP people are not having a good time lately because the game is a little wonky on the GBL side, but, that's kind of par for the course, unfortunately. But Adam, let's start with a little personal recap, man. How was your week? How's it been? We had 80-degree weather in Jersey today. Absolutely insanity. How's it been for you?
It's been nice. The weather change was much needed.
Oh, you have good weather too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Kanto event, their 30th anniversary, 10th anniversary celebration thing.
Yeah.
It's been good. I got a shiny Paris and a shiny Tangela, and I just caught I bought the upgrade, and I just caught a shiny Persian as well. I haven't gone all the way down the list. It said I had 5 days to complete it, so
Yeah,
I'll
but
get there. It's a lot of catches.
dude,
It's so many catches.
but Evolution Shinies definitely a cool plus. I think that's really
Yes.
cool. As rare as they are, it's still cool knowing that it's a little bit more of an exciting check than it usually is.
Mhm.
I'm yet to get a, outside of like a mega, like I think I caught a wild Gyarados, shiny Gyarados once, but haven't caught a wild, Memories in Motion Evolution shiny yet. So when that happens, I'm sure it's going to be lit AF, if you know what I mean. But
As fudge.
it's going to be lit as fudge, chocolate fudge. But no, there was there's definitely a lot to unpack here, and I think with the change in weather is definitely going to be coming a little bit higher motivational level from the community. I don't blame anyone for not getting out there and playing in the bitter cold, because it's brutal. You know what I mean? Like, the hardcore people will come out no matter what. But if people have a family, they have kids, they have pets, it's nearly impossible to come out in, sub-freezing weather. So now that things are turning around, I'm really excited for the future of IRL gameplay, because we've had this big push through the winter for IRL, and now we kind of have the weather to back it up. But I guess let's talk about the 30th anniversary event, because kind of a contentious event online. I think that there's plenty to unpack with it. It was one of those 2-for-1 events where we had, everything now with the seasons is week long, Tuesday to Monday. So it was March 3rd to March 9th till yesterday. Or Tuesday to Monday, yeah. But during the weekends, they had the, what would they call it? All Out. So it was the 30th anniversary All Out. This is where the Legendaries were in the wild, attracted to incense. People were really out there grinding. It was definitely a surge of activity in my neighborhood. There was definitely a lot more people that were out playing. I like to use my, raid list of my friends list kind of as a barometer of trainer activity. And, over the weekend, whether it's noon, 4 p.m., 6 p.m., 9 p.m., like, I'm checking, and there's just like people stacked with raids.
Everyone's online.
Everyone was online. Yo, shout to Pogo Tips Official subscribing at tier 1. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate you so much. But yeah, it was definitely a high volume of gameplay from the community, and right, that can only be considered a positive, right? That can only be considered a win when people are logging in and staying logged in. And I think this event did that. Now, that being said, first time we have, legendary spawning in the wild off incense, it was absolutely bonkers. People were getting them at a rate somewhat. If you were walking in a straight line, right, you're getting them at a rate of maybe once every 10 minutes or something like that. So they were somewhat common. And I heard stories across the board of people's experiences with those spawns. I'll give you my experience, because it wasn't great. So very, very cool seeing them in the wild. And I saw a myriad of stuff. I saw Regieleki, I saw Tapus, I saw Ho-Oh, Lugia, Kyogre. I saw a whole bunch of stuff. It was really, really exciting. I went, are you ready for this? 0 for 23 with wild legendary catches. I didn't catch a single one. And I swear, greater excellent throws every time with the Golden Raz. Wild. Golden Raz Ultra Ball grub throws, greater excellence. I couldn't believe it, man. I just had the worst luck. Definitely a skill issue, I understand. But
I use the Go Plus all day and incense, and I didn't catch any. So
yeah, it's.
I'm not gonna lie. I did not look through my inventory I did not look in my journal to calculate how many I lost.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do that to myself. I was just like, if I didn't catch it, I didn't catch it. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna cry about it.
People in the chat,
and turns out I didn't catch any.
0. All right, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the chat saying, "Did you use Free Shock?" I used it for about half the time. I think it gives you like a 2.5% boost or something like that to catch rate. Still no luck, and I didn't. I peered once.
I just used Palkia.
Yeah, but I looked at the journal once and I saw like 2 or 3 legendaries in there. I was just like, "Yo, not looking at this journal anymore. Like, absolutely not. But then we're on the Zoom call last night with the group, and I forget who said it. JC Picks in Hawaii. He's like, "Oh, I caught 4 with the Go Plus." I'm like, "What? Like, how?" It was crazy. So let's backpedal on this, and we can kind of talk about this a little bit more at the end of the show too. But one, how cool was it seeing legendaries? And two, did it matter that their flea rate was ridiculous? Like, should this event have had like a safari ball or, premier ball? Like, I don't know. Like, do they think you think they should have done
No,
anything different?
I think it's exciting. You throw a golden res, you get your ultra ball, and you go crazy. I think also too, it probably prompted people to use their master ball if they saw something they didn't normally see and they were like, "Whoa, this is cool!" Or if they got the shiny version of it, it's like, "Oh, I gotta throw the master ball." It's not a guaranteed catch, or maybe it is a guaranteed catch. I don't know.
I actually heard a little bit of kind of some rumblings of people saying, I think this is a way for them to make us purge our surplus master balls, because people were encountering, hundos in the wild, stuff like that. Or, there was people that definitely were getting dex entries off of this, in Red Bank when I was playing with the group. So definitely very cool. Joe in the chat says, got 2 Galarians, more than I get walking the dog with daily incense every day. I was watching JT Valor's videos. He was getting Galarian birds like crazy. I didn't even think to use my, I should have put on the Roar Time or something like that and just ran it. But no, it was really cool seeing them in the wild. But do you think they should have done anything different? Like, do you think they should have given safari balls or something to
Well,
improve
I
the
didn't
catch
see
rate?
them, so I was working, so it was just kind of like let the Go Plus do its thing. So it really was just felt like a normal day to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, well, but that being said, would it have been cool enough just seeing them, knowing that the odds of catching them were going to be like nominal, right? Like, is it enough that they're just there, or should they have? And I mean, and granted,
I think
I
the
saw people
lower
catching lots of
lower
them, so
CPs. I think lower CPs should have a higher. I mean, I'm sure they do have a higher catch rate, but like they should. I don't know. I feel like there should be tiers.
yeah. I think that they were managing the CP just to prevent like a imbalance in the like greater ultra league meta. They were keeping everything pretty beefy. So that way it was, only like a master ball or master league type situation. So you weren't seeing like the Reggies or Giratina or something like that making like another push in Ultra League or something like that. But
Okay, that's fair. That's a valid point.
but even when you see like a Snorlax or something in the wild that's like close to 3,000 CP, it's like, oh, this is a big one.
That's exciting. I get excited for that.
That's what I mean. So it's like when you see a legendary, like I had a Dragonite, or not a Dragonite, a Giratina, and these things are huge, like 3,000, 3,100, 3,200. It's just like, this is super cool. And, we don't really know the math. I mean, Pogo Tips officials in the chat, maybe he knows, but I don't believe that a Pokemon's level or CP has any, if nominal or if any, effect on its catch rate. So whether you see a legendary at level 1 or level 20 or level 25, I believe the catch rate is the same. So when something's beefy, it's like, oh, this is going to be a tough one to catch because it's bigger. I know that the leveling may have an influence on it. I don't know. We don't know the actual details of it, but I kind of liked the way they did this event. I don't think I would change anything. I think the agony of defeat, kind of that pain of having stuff run, was fun. I think it's necessary of, making those catches. If you do pull one, if you do catch one, it makes it that much more special. Think of it like when they do global based events and, people online or even some people on the ground are complaining that there isn't like community day level shiny rates. So they're playing for 8 hours a day, and instead of bringing home 150 shinies, if it was like, community day rates, they might bring home 30 or 40, which is still bonkers. But over 8 hours, you might only be catching a couple shinies an hour. that makes those shinies, when they do happen, a little bit more exciting. And this is kind of what I want to allude to and talk about at the end of the show, how the game is kind of changing the dynamic to kind of rewire the trainer's brain to have a better understanding of not only the in-game economy, monetization, and consumable economy, things like that, but the Pokemon and scarcity economy. I think we're seeing some shifts, especially with the and again, we don't know this for sure. This is based on community info, shout to Self Science, but I think everything is balanced. The perma boost shinies are gone. Potentially shadow shinies are boostage rates are gone. Everything's kind of like a level playing field now that everything is available as a shiny. Every shadow Pokemon you encounter can be shiny. Every Pokemon you encounter in the wild can be shiny. So that being said, I kind of like the fact that they have this, I don't know, change in direction that's causing a paradigm shift where in the moment, until we get used to it, in the moment, it may feel like you're conceding something. Oh, I'm not catching as many shinies, or all these damn legendaries are running on me. This event stinks. But the converse being, all right, instead of getting, 30 shinies, I caught 10, but those 10 felt better when they happened. Yeah, I encountered 40 shinies over the weekend and only caught 7 of them, but when I caught 7, they felt great. That kind of handoff, that kind of like, shell game, I think is what we're seeing Niantic / Scopely do right now with a lot of mechanics in the game, because they're putting that emphasis on in-person gameplay, a little bit tougher catch rates, a little bit tougher things to do, but they're, incentivizing the in-person play, kind of decentivizing remote play. Like all these things that are happening, I kind of dig it. And I think it's going to be, it's probably will be a season or two before we start to really, I don't know, feel comfortable with these changes or get a better grasp around what these changes are. But in general, what's your take? I mean, like, does the game feel different to you? Does the vibe in the community feel like, are things changing? Like, is something happening?
I feel for PvP, it definitely has changed. I got less I got less excited to play. I went and did 3 or 4 matches. Was like, I'm tapping. I don't know why it's not
it's
doing
slow,
anything.
Right? It's sluggish.
Yeah, it feels very. Yeah, it feels very
like
slow.
A rocket battle.
Yeah,
it feels like you're battling Candela for that ace trainer badge. Just like,
yeah, and then I know I'm not the only person to have this happen, but it's like when you do your forever trade, and then it just keeps popping up days later. It'll be fine for 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden you just start getting the alerts like, oh no, that trade is no longer available or whatever it is, and it's like, come on, and then as far as the game being changing, I just feel like there's a lot more monetary options.
So
offers.
No, you're totally right. And it's a shift from, hey, dump your money into coins and tickets, to now buy your Go passes, and you don't have to be as reliant on the consumables because you're getting some of those back with the Go Pass. Like, I haven't seen how this is going to shake out in the long run. Like, I want to look at my month over month spending throughout the season, because if
I wish we had a receipt history of the things we bought, not necessarily
bro, I just did my taxes.
Well, yes, what I'm saying is you bought this specific box with these specific items. You bought this specific package with this amount of coins. That's what I'd like to see, and then compare it to what we're getting now. Because I get the $8, 10th anniversary research or Go Pass, and then it's okay, I got a bunch of rare candies and Mewtwo XL candy.
Yeah.
I didn't get any incubators, did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's That's the stuff I want.
Pogo
I have
Tips,
one coin. I have one coin,
Pogo
Ken.
Tips
One
official says you
coin.
can you can request your data and they send it to you and it has it in there. It's like I think it's
Really?
like a privacy thing where they have to share it, so it'll give you the itemizations of so you could be like, okay, after all my purchases, I purchased a total of 100 lucky eggs, spread out over all these purchases or something. That's kind of cool. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out because I definitely would like to see that. Thank you. That's a very helpful tip.
Pogo Tips official, man. That's what he does. That's why he's official.
Listen, you just gotta say hashtag pro tip. That's all.
Hashtag pro tip. Hashtag just the tip. I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. But you said you were going to say thing. You had one more thing you said you wanted to add? Did you lose it?
I don't remember.
Zooted.
I lost
But
it.
no, it's definitely a shift in a lot of things. Monetization for sure, right? Because we saw a shift in tickets to go passes. We're seeing even the shift from in-game purchases to web store purchases. Like they've really been, this is a cultural thing. They're training us on how we play, how we move, where we go, how we spend, how often we spend, how much we spend. Like they really,
they're like, hey, look at this reward road. You get 5 points. So you spend $5 and you get
bro.
a Nana berry and a raspberry. No, like get out of town.
I
Like
always
that's
think
not
it's
a
fun when
reward.
it's just like, yo, how good are
That's
you
a
at this
slap
game?
in the face.
I don't know.
That's a slap in the face. That's like oh hey, you just Vendo. I don't know. And then the next one's a premium raid pass. Cool. Could have been a remote pass, but beggars can't be choosers. Then the next one's an incense and a super potion.
Yeah.
Who needs a single? Like, get out of here! I just
since the
delete those.
beginning, they've always stuffed these things in there, and I don't get it. It's horrible.
Right, and it's like, then you've got the star piece, the lucky egg for 225 points. The next one for 475 points. 2 lures, 2 hyper potions, 5 ultra balls. I don't care about the ultra balls or the hyper potion. Give me a third lure. Give me something that like I can use, and then I'm not spinning stops and getting it for free. And then the next one for 750. I'm only going to go to this one. But the next one for 750, you're getting 2 incubators, 2 incense, and 2 stickers. Cute. I love this. No, I don't care about the stickers. Give me a third incubator.
Look, these things they're not necessarily designed for that though. They're
you have to spend $75 to get 2 incubators. What?
$75? No, it's not.
Right? Isn't that well? Right?
Talking about 750 coins
or 750 coins, whatever. But still, you have to spend.
$7.50.
No, it isn't, because I just spent 8 for the Go Pass or the Go Tour, and I've got 5 points.
Anyway, no, it's no
48 out of 50.
There's a lot of different dynamics here that are shifting. I think it's fair to say that things are changing in the game, and not just in gameplay ways. There's mechanics of the game changing. There's delivery of information is changing.
There's new costumes, so you have to buy more storage to hold all the costumes.
Gotta hold these dittos, backgrounds. Backgrounds are what an impact to the in-game economy backgrounds have had. I'm telling you, dude, the last 6 months has been dramatically.
I like this specific background. Like it's like there's a game. It's like shows that you play during this time. That's kind of low key exciting.
Yeah.
The Fennekin that I got with like the 4 different backgrounds. I don't know how many backgrounds, but there's just a bunch of different backgrounds. I could care less about any of them. They don't look cool. I do not care about them. Do I care about the Pokopia with the Snorlax and the Ditto? Yeah, that's really cool. And I've already got the Snorlax and both the Dittos.
Let's talk about let's go into that real quick, because let's go into that. Pokopia taking the world by storm, sold out everywhere. The price is getting jacked up on Amazon right now because it's in such high demand. Twitch is dominated by Pokopia right now. This has been very, very cool and very fun to watch. Everyone go nuts for it. I love Ditto. Ditto is my son's favorite. So really exciting that all this is happening. But one of the coolest backgrounds for sure is the Pokopia background. But we
It's
are
really
in
cool.
this as the time of this recording. Today is Tuesday the 10th, Mario Day. So that's the kickoff of this event. Goes through Monday the 16th. But Diglett wearing a hat and cap are available. They can be shiny. And
Diglett.
did I say Diglett? Ditto.
You
Ditto.
did.
And
No, but okay, so let's just talk about the costumes real quick,
okay.
okay? It says wearing a hat and wearing a cap. Now, pretend you're Joe Schmo's trainer. You're not listening to this podcast. You're not listening. You're not looking at anything. You're not reading any blogs. If you were catching these dittos, okay, what's missing?
What's missing?
Why? Like, I'm still catching, trying to get. I feel like there's another one. I feel like there should be one more, right? Because I'm catching, and I only have a blue one and a yellow one, but I feel like I'm missing something, right?
Oh, a red hat, you mean? Oh, I didn't
Yes.
even think of that with Instinct and Mystic. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, where's my Valor cap? Now I'm mad. This game's
Right.
horrible.
So, I knew I could see the picture. I can see the picture. I knew that it was blue and yellow, and then I read the blog. It says wearing a hat and a cap.
That's it.
I thought all the hats could be blue, yellow, or red, and I thought all the caps could be blue, female, male. I
Oh,
know
I
that
see.
they're not male and female, but like that's what it or I guess Ditto is or can't be. I don't know. I don't know the lore about
Dude,
Ditto.
it's a good background though, man. I gotta say, I haven't
All I'm
haven't got
saying
the
is
shiny.
you see it now too. You can't unsee it. There should be a red hat. I'm just saying. There should be something red.
Yeah.
There should be one to be part of all of these.
No, you're
Unless
not
someone
lying,
can
dude.
tell me why there's only blue and yellow, I would assume that that's probably the two colors in the game that your character can wear. That's all that I know. That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't know.
Well, I think the hidden gem of this event here is the 10 times XP
The avatar item?
Yeah, no. The 10 times XP for spinning new Pokestops. So if you have a Halo Pokestop, you get 10 times the XP.
Go out of your way.
I'm telling you, go
Take
to another
that sharp
town,
right turn.
Drive through that graveyard, go through the college. You know what I mean? Like get off the, you're going to visit somebody, get off at the first exit, get off at an exit early, drive through the downtown, drive through the main strip, hit up, 30 new stops, something like that.
Make sure you drop a lucky egg before that. Just
it's fantastic. I love this. Not only does it promote exploration, but it puts you in different gaming environments. And, this is how you find new places to play. And, I'm on this thing now where I love using the game board as a catalyst to travel, to explore, even if it's like I'm going to a coffee shop or something like that. Yeah, I'll try this town out. We're going to go to this town. We're going to try this new coffee shop. Of course, when I get there, I'm immediately looking at the game board. What can I submit? What can I nominate? Is everything, copacetic? Is there anything incorrect? Is there any,
whoa.
is there any waste spots I can remove because they're in the
strong on the Wayfair.
It's like this is on emergency services.
They're like on your shoulder.
Here.
They're like, hey, what can you nominate? Hey, what's going on? But that's bad. You shouldn't have that. But submit this. No, what's a few meters between friends? So I feel like they're on your shoulders the whole time.
Yeah. But no, very, very cool bonus. Definitely love it. Now, Lapras, Snorlax, Dragonite in 3-star raids. Very cool with the special backgrounds. Pretty awesome. Research also rewarding those as well. Timed research. And avatar item, this like sleeping mask looking thing. Man, it's creepy as all heck. It's very, very bizarre. The stickers are fantastic. The Moss Snorlax, fantastic.
Well, my question is, because that's like a different form or a different name, correct? I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it a different dex entry?
And then isn't there a ghost Pikachu like Sneakachu too?
Yeah, dude, he's like
so like
transparent.
Are these gonna be canon in the main series? Like, I know that this isn't a main series game, but like,
oh man,
how they always
don't open that can of worms. People arguing.
But like, if we're getting it in Pokemon Go, will it be able to transfer? And
dude, Pokemon Go is its own universe. It lives on an island. It's on its own Go island.
I know. But like, again, with this event, where's the Moss Snorlax?
Yeah. Not
Why
yet.
don't we have the Professor costume Tangrowth?
Yeah, right. Oh man, that would be awesome.
I feel like missed opportunities. This is like
no
the light version.
But I think this is a cool event. Costume Pokemon. I like that Zorora is here as well. I think that uh, the backgrounds are a nice touch to this. They're in 3 stars. They're a little bit more accessible. I mean, don't get me wrong. A Snorlax is still a tough raid if you're trying to solo and you don't have the right counters. But I don't know. I think that this is a nice accessible event. Very, very good. We've got Scorbunny. We'll touch on this for a second. We have Scorbunny Community Day this weekend. It feels like forever that we've had a community day because we've had like Go Tour and all these bigger events.
Yeah,
But
it does feel like that.
Saturday, March 14th from 2 to 5, it is Scorbunny. And Cinderace will know Blast Burn, of course. And the one thing I thought was, a little bit, I don't mean to talk down on this event, but man, quarter hatch distance is just like my least favorite community day bonus. I'll try to go into the event with some 10Ks, 12Ks in tow, throw them in, and then it's like you're getting 2Ks after that. It's like,
Well, regardless of what you think and why you feel the way you feel, you have to understand that this is like, because Easter's early this year, that this is the Easter Community Day, which makes sense with the eggs. So you've got to give it a little bit of leeway here.
Even think of eggs for Easter. Gotcha. Makes a little bit more sense. All right, yeah.
And it's Scorbunny and not like,
yeah, you're right. It's
Scoreducklet,
dude.
It could be.
You see, man, I got such a slick head right here. It went right over my head, just right up and over. It was gone.
Gosh.
And then
You sound like Elvita with the slip fruit.
Yep. On the 17th, we got the Bug Out, and we have new Pokemon coming. So, like, I'm just loving these events. I think that things are looking strong. I think the delivery of new Pokemon, new mechanics, new things, all good. But we have the Blip Bug line here, and we know that Orbeetle gets a Mega, so got some exciting stuff going on here. I like how they're breaking out the event bonuses. They've done this before where they have an event that kind of has these different partitions within it. So it gives you a little bit of a different vibe across the event. So every 2 days of this event, you have some different featured Pokemon. So that's kind of cool. And there's also, what do we got here? Pinsir, Scizor, Cleavor. So if you need that Pinsir or Scizor, trying to get your megas going, this is a good chance to grind on that. And Blipbug in 1-star raids. Use those free passes. Use the free passes. Faux show. This does have a Go Pass and a Go Pass Deluxe. From what I've seen, even the free Go Pass for these events is strong. Because you got to remember, on these ticketed events previously, you might have gotten like a free timed research that was lame, to put it nicely, versus getting a Go Pass that has 100 steps in it where you're unlocking stuff and encounters throughout the whole thing. It's
like a Pokeball and a potion. Oh my gosh.
Well, pay up to $5 and then you'll get incubators and lucky eggs and link charges and all that stuff. But it's very, very cool that, I don't know. I like the direction with the Go Pass. If I'm going to spend the $5, I don't want to be done with it on day one of the event where I've already completed the timed research or whatever the event ticket gave me. Like, it's just too quick. I really like that Go Passes kind of stretch out the experience for me. I don't want to just pay for consumables. I can go to the shop and buy the consumables. I want to pay for an experience. I want to pay for, a reason to play, motivation. So definitely digging this. But yeah, I'm very, very happy about these events coming up. Now, I talked about this before with the amount of Pikachus that we're kind of seeing. And let me ask you this. During the 30th anniversary event, not just the All Out, but the week leading up to it, it was like every Pokemon ever made is going to be available. It still felt like a Kanto event. I don't know if it was just me.
It did feel very strongly like a Kanto event. It was like
75% Kanto, 25% all other generations. It was just...
I will say, though, like seeing a lot of evolution Pokemon in the wild, that was so cool. I was very happy.
Yo, Roax in the chat just said he got back-to-back hundos, one from a scatterbug and then one in the wild. What? That is
Who are
insanity.
you? And what did you do with the
Yeah,
person that
it's crazy.
commented?
Transfer both of them. All right, a shockingly good time awaits with electric-type Pokemon and more. Look, man, if you didn't get your fill of Pikachu over the last, month, you best be ready, because Pikachu is coming back here. Shockingly good time. This is going to be closing the month, March 31st to April 6th. So we have plenty of time on this. So we're not going to go into too much detail. Pikachu, Chinchou, Dedenne all boosted for the event. This is the
Wait, did you say
important part.
Pikachu?
Yes, I did say Pikachu. No costume. But check this out, man. Spotlight hours from March 31st through April 6th from 6 to 7 p.m., a separate Pokemon will be featured in a spotlight hour. Mareep, Pikachu, Magnemite, Chinchou, Pawmi, Dedenne, Joltik, all individual spotlight hours. So now no associated bonuses. Yep, 6, 7. No associated
Yes,
bonuses.
but we have to think and assume that April 1st is April Fool's Day, so it's Pikachu.
Yo, imagine it's Mimikyu.
No, it's not going to be Mimikyu, but I would assume that it's probably going to be something like Ditto, because we already have Ditto in the pool right now.
Interesting.
So I think it'll be like, here's Pikachu. It could be Ditto. It's probably a Ditto.
No, but, well, first of all, we still need to figure out a way to get double transfer candy back into the game. Like, still missing from spotlight hours. But now the spotlight hours are back. Now, could this be a recurring theme during the last weekly event of every month? They stack the week with spotlight hours? Because over the month, you get 4 spotlight hours. If you happen to have a 5 Tuesday month, you would have gotten 5 spotlight hours. Here, yeah, they're all, adjacent days, but, you're getting like a whole week's worth. So you're actually getting more spotlight hours out of it. So I don't know. I think that this is an interesting take on an event. And there is a Go Pass and Go Pass Deluxe. So again, the frequency, this is important to pay attention to, because how does this impact your personal spending habits? Because some people would buy coins and then they spread those coins out over the week. So now if they're buying coins and they're forced to buy a ticket or they're forced to buy a Go Pass, it's like this may be an additional expense, where the game's intention might have been to be like, hey, spend $5 here, you'll get the items. You don't have to buy those consumables. I still think that this is a way to make us give additional spending, additive spending, but the product they're giving is better. But there is a Go Pass for this. But I don't know. I like the spotlight hour thing. I really hope this is something consistent, where they stack the last week of every event of every month with spotlight hours. I think that's kind of cool. Kind of dig it. And then finally, we have some more Pikachu. That's G-Max Pikachu P with a max battle day. So this is going to be March 28th. Again, plenty of time on this. But the usual structure for the event with, slightly increased max particle limit. If you buy the ticket for $5, it bounces up to 6,400 and, all this kind of stuff. So plenty of time here. But again, another Pikachu event in the game. I think we're up to 4 passes for the month in total so far. So
of just all Pikachu all the time.
All Pikachu all the time. No, but we have our monthly March pass. We had our the Go Tour pass, right? No, that's March. That was February. No, kind of into March. We also had the 30th anniversary. We've got the Bug Out, and we've got the a shockingly good time. So yeah, there's a lot of passes going on here. Again, optional. The beauty of it being, if you want to trade that week's spending for a lot of coins and then not buy the Go Pass, that's your prerogative. You still have the progression ladder of the free version to at least drive you and motivate you through the event. Again, they're giving you agency. I don't look at it as a negative. I kind of dig it. But yeah, Gmax Pikachu coming. Pretty exciting, I guess. New Gmax Pokemon is good. This is always a good time to get the community together. All right, we got. Let's see, we're about 40 minutes in right now,
and all we've talked about is Pikachu.
It's Pikachu. Let's do the Go Memories thing, and this is kind of neat. They put out a video. Link will be in the description. It's just PokemonGo.com/go-memories. But it says enter for your chance to win a trip to Pokemon Go Fest. So I think they're giving away 14 total trips. You can enter up to 3 times on either TikTok, Instagram, or X. You have to post a photo or video with your answer to the Go Memories questions below. And this is what they're really looking for. Hold on, let me get to the questions. Not sure what to share. It says, what's your favorite memory of playing Pokemon Go? Now, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but this is probably when we're traveling and we're meeting new trainers, this is like my favorite thing to ask people. Like, what's your favorite memory of the game? What's that standout moment? I'm blessed, #blessed, because a lot of people in the community are like, our immediate group are like, yo, it's got to be Philly Safari Zone. That's the first time the Lured Up community kind of met all in person. These are like core memories.
Can we say the squirrel memory? Can we go into detail with that, or is that like too much?
We had a decapitated squirrel in front of our Airbnb.
Well, when we got there was like, we opened the door and there was a squirrel that like ran up the telephone pole.
We saw
a big giant gray squirrel.
And when we got back,
and then the next day in the morning, before we left, the squirrel was on the sidewalk with its head completely cut off,
but like samurai precision.
Yes.
We're like, yo, only in Philly.
It was almost like Zorro with 3-sword style.
It was like a dude walking down the street with a samurai. It's like, it's just perfectly sliced. It's ridiculous. But yeah.
And like, we still to this day have no answer as to why.
I know Jamal has a picture of it somewhere. Tell us about the coolest places you've discovered while playing Pokemon Go. Share a photo of you at a Pokemon Go event. Share a photo of your friends, all that stuff. This is like how it's your way to express like your core memories in Pokemon Go. And for many of us, I don't really remember many things in my lifetime that I did for 10 years consistently, let alone something I've done every single day, multiple hours a day for 10 years.
And it's like, yes, we were like, we knew each other through the internet before all this stuff, but when Pokemon Go came out, you were like, hey, and we've been together. We've been to many events together. Like, our friendship, like, we're now, like, I would consider as family.
It's
like,
because of the game.
It's because of the game. The game brought us together, and we've met so many amazing people. Just like, look at our Monday night Zoom call.
Yeah.
Like, again, we wouldn't be here without any of you listening, any of you hanging out with us at any of these events, just being part of our family. Like, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will, Stacy, I'll send you the link. It's it will be in the show notes, but I will and I'll share it. I'll share it in our Discord as well, but I'll send it to you. But no, I love hearing this stuff, and I know it's kind of cheesy and kind of campy, and
dude, it does. It is very campy, but
I love it. I absolutely love that, because I don't know, this this game is so important to so many people that hearing the reasons why are typically pretty special. So I absolutely love it.
It's like, you can go. When I went to Barcelona in 2023 in October for Safari Zone, like, that was my first time like overseas, like across the way. Like, I've played the card game and I've traveled all over the US and up to Canada, but I've never left the country essentially. So that was an experience. But it was like, as soon as I got there, like, people immediately saw that I was playing Pokemon Go, and then they helped me like figure out my SIM card to get it like working. Like, that was really cool. And then then you just like see you gather around other people playing the game, and it's just like your family, like you're in the
Instant
group, you're
camaraderie.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, you're playing, okay, cool, like, all right. And now with what is it, friends and party play,
Yes.
like that is like the number one thing that when I was doing Go Tour, it was like, who's not in a party, let's get into a party.
Yep.
You know, like
Yep. Instant link
that's
up.
like
And now,
the main
now you're
focus.
attached to them. Not only can you see
Yeah.
them in the
Yep.
game, but you're also attached to them and you're interacting with them. I call it like the Katamari effect, right? You're pushing the ball of trash down the road, and everything you run over, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what happens when I'm out
And even
playing
if you
Pokemon Go.
separate, you can see people dropping lures. So you're like, I know
there's
that
activity
person.
down
I'm
on the
gonna
other side of
like
town.
I'm gonna take a left at the fork in the road because
Yep.
there's a bunch of lures and nobody's on the side.
No,
It's like I know those names. I don't know those
yeah,
names.
I love everything about the campaign, and not for nothing, you can win a trip to like go to like Go Fest Tokyo or Go Fest Copenhagen or Chicago. So exciting stuff. So and you could enter between March 10th, after March 10th, it says, so there for Tokyo up until March 22nd, for Chicago up to April 5th, and for Copenhagen up to April 30th. So you got plenty of time to enter. So get creative. You know, I love hearing all this stuff. I think that these are really, really cool. Stacy P has a great story, and she's saying it in the chat, says, I love telling everyone the story about how C. Fran and I met. I mean, it's like, you know, we've seen love stories like happen, you know, with like Hex Manifesto and Lay, you know, it's like there's things that happen in this game, and it's like, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. So yeah, let us know, email us or call us, leave a voicemail or something, write in, let us know your best go memory, because
and then also to have the picture and then share it on socials.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah. Enter the
you
contest.
can get a free trip.
Yeah,
You know?
enter the sweepstakes, but share it with us so we can talk about it. But it's really cool to see this kind of stuff, because, you know, sometimes it's good to lean into being cheesy. And speaking of
and
Go
even the
Fest,
rooftop hang
yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah, man, amazing.
And then the first like real event for us was Philly Free Streets. Like there wasn't even an event. It was just
a
a little
10 by
tent.
10 pop-up Niantic tent with 2 Niantics there getting overwhelmed and mobbed trying to give out posters. There's like 3,000 people like rushing Philadelphia, and they're like, what is happening here?
Right? And that was the most fun I think I've ever had,
dude,
just
so
in
good.
general, because it was like every raid all the time. Everything was filled.
Such a
It was my
fantastic
first like
spot,
live
too.
intense moment.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I'm glad I was there to share it with you, because that was epic.
Yep. One thing before we take a break, Go Fest Chicago.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do. Yep.
Adam and I will be here. We'll be there in Chicago, and if you've been following along,
Or will
the Lured Up journey, you know that every year at Go Fests we throw a party, and you know, let's see, it started in Chicago 2018. We were at Rosie's Pub. We had about 50 people, and we did it along with Pokemon Go Radio, Pokemon Go podcast. GoCast Chris was there. They had just
that was their first episode. Yeah.
1, and he was there by himself, like didn't know anybody, and it was just like, it was amazing. It was just like so cool to see like that start. The following year, we had a little bit larger space. We did the where did we do this? The second bar, I think was it Monks? Did we go right to Monks?
I feel
Pub
like it
in
was.
2019?
I feel like it was. Yeah.
Yeah, 2019 we did Monks Pub in
Yeah,
Chicago.
because that was the Mareep Up, right?
The Mareep Up was GoCast, Pokemon Go podcast. Pokemon Go Radio was just kind of retiring at that time, and we had about 100 people, but it was great because it was almost like a who's who. We had a bunch of creators come through. We did a live stream tournament in the back of the place. It was absolutely amazing.
That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely awesome. And then we had a couple years off because of COVID, right? 2022, we had Seattle. And in Seattle, we did a 7-stop pub crawl with about 200 people, which was one of the craziest nights ever. Absolutely amazing. Just like one of the best nights ever. I can't believe we actually pulled that off. 2024, right, in New York, first year of New York.
Yep.
We ended up doing karaoke, which was absolutely unbelievable with the group. We kept growing and growing and growing, that we went from like, the first room at the karaoke bar to a bigger room, and then we had to get put in the biggest room because we just kept growing. And then we all walked to GoCast's meetup and crashed their meetup. It was absolutely hilarious. 2025 New York, we did the New York State of Grind walk, where we walked from Randall's Island
That was
all the way
my feet were
to Rockefeller Plaza,
back
5-mile walk. Again, gotta make it happen. And then last year in Jersey City, we were at the arcade and had an incredible private meetup at an arcade where we just held the place down till 2 a.m. It was absolutely awesome. So very, very, very cool tradition that we have, and we're excited to announce today that once again in Chicago, we will be returning to Monk's Pub in Chicago, where we're going to be having an incredible party, an incredible good time. This is going to be on Friday, June 5th at 8 p.m. Flyers and then more information will come as we get closer to the event. But check out monkspubchicago.com. They have an incredible food menu, and they have poutine. So if you know what's what, get some poutine there. Very, very good food. Excited to work with the people at Monk's Pub again, because they are super kind and they're giving us the back room again. So we'll be able to get rowdy and get stupid and have a blast. And as we get closer to the event, we'll be announcing some special guests and other people that will be joining us for the event.
Ooh, special guests.
Yes. All right, Adam. Let's take a break. And when we come back, I
hope they're from the Special Conditions podcast.
Yeah. Well, let's we'll take a little break. When we come back, we'll talk about just again this vibe, the shift in gameplay, and kind of our approach and how our approach is kind of changing, and what trainers may have to think about differently, because I think the game is changing, and it's either, I don't think this is like a, the beatings will continue until morale improves situation. I think it's more of, get with the program and reap the benefits, because you could either look at it like this is going to be a negative experience, or you could embrace it and figure out how to navigate this to use it to your advantage. And I think that's going to be the challenge for some trainers. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but we'll be back right after this.
Right after this.
Whoop, whoop. Hi, everybody. Thank you for everyone here in the chat. Said, yo, poutine, bro. So I'm a vegetarian. Adam's vegetarian, right? So poutine, if you don't know, is cheese curds, French fries, and gravy. Now, I can't eat the brown gravy because I'm a vegetarian. It makes me very sad. But I went out to dinner. I think when we were there the first time, Chris and Kyle from GoCast and I met for dinner to scout the location. And I got the poutine without the gravy. Still just as good. So good. Canada, yeah, it is a Canadian thing. I think the roots of poutine are from Canada, but Chicago, Illinois up there, it's not terribly far from Canada. Oh, Renee, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Roax says, man, why do Friday night I have to teach? That's the last day of school for the year. Can't make it until Saturday. Well, we're still gonna do stuff Saturday night. Don't worry. We'll be out grinding.
Yeah, like if we're not karaokeing.
Yeah, we'll like the Friday night thing is for everybody.
I think there's a Pokemon tournament that I gotta go to for
Yeah.
TCG.
No,
I gotta. Yeah,
we'll probably have 100 or 150 people at Monk's Pub or something like that. So it gets a little big. Saturday night we'll probably do something a little bit more intimate with a little bit of a tighter.
He said intimate.
Sure did.
Giggity.
Yeah, we'll do something a little bit smaller for a more immediate familia. Yo, disco fries. You know what I got the other day? Pizza fries. Mozzarella cheese on the fries with some red sauce, bro. What you know about that?
I don't know about that.
Bro access, can I carry Adam on my back with a case of water on his back? See, bro? Go
and
memories.
then go through different boroughs and eventually we'll make
PokemonGo.com/memories or whatever it is, bro. I'm telling you. These
Oh,
are
gosh.
these are great stories. These are incredible stories. All right, I'm ready to get back. You ready?
Yeah, but you're a better storyteller than I am. I would just be like, yeah. And I had some water on my back.
Yeah, Adam carried a case of water around all 5 boroughs in New York. Didn't even open it to drink one. Just carried a closed case of water. It's like, if we drink the water, it'll be lighter.
But then it'll be harder to hold because
I
it'll
know.
be more of a loose package.
All right, you ready to get back up in here?
I'm ready. I'm
All right.
ready.
Let's get back in here and close things out. And we are back from our break. Thank you so very, very much for that. A little housekeeping to get through before the final discussion of the show. Everything we do here at the Pokemon Professor Network is powered by the community. You could join our community of supporters on Patreon at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor for as little as $1 a month. You could head over to patreon.com/Pokemon Professor and support a collective of hardworking part-time creators that have a passion for Pokemon podcasting and the communities that bring them together here at the Pokemon Professor Network. You also get a lifetime membership to our patron Discord. I do want to take a moment to recognize some of our patrons. Huge thanks to our gym leaders, Maddie G, Espy and Willow, KJ DeMan, Herbert, Brandy, PJ, Fisher J, and James. Special thanks to our executive producer, Xander, as well as the other executive producers on the network, Monkey Bread, Tish Smith, and Kate the Cons. And finally, thank you to Boris, our Giovanni tier patron. Thank you, boss. We hope we are making you proud with our shenanigans. And
well, clearly we're making him proud because it's a Pikachu event, and the boss is always like, "I want Pikachu, and this time, don't screw it up."
You know what?
So
I don't know if Giovanni actually wants Pikachu. I think that might be exclusively a Jesse James and Meowth thing. I don't know if, Giovanni could be like, "There's other Pikachu
it's Giovanni.
out there." You don't have to.
No, it's Giovanni. Giovanni wants him. Did you not listen to the CD? To Be a Master? It is like my lifelong theme.
Just so
theme
everybody
album.
knows, in Adam's car, CD player is broken, and in that CD player is the To Be a Master soundtrack. And that's all his car
It might not be broken. It just stays in there.
To Be a Master 24/7 365. Absolutely amazing. All right. Final topic of the day. I think before we get to it, I do want to we did have an email come in and a voicemail. I just want to run through these real quick. This first email came from Team Perfection 1. It says, "Curse you, Ken of the Lured Up podcast. I was blissfully ignorant to the Pikachu Libre Award at level 20 for GBL until the recent episode where you mentioned it. I was at level 12. My style of play for GBL is typically whenever the Stardust Award is 4 times, I'll do it. I already have a Pikachu Libre, but since you mentioned the award in a recent podcast, I've been maxing out my sets to get another one of what I already have. At this point, with 2 days left, I have about 17 wins ahead of me. Situation is in doubt. I was happy not knowing about this. Otherwise, thanks for the pod, and thanks for Adam for not really mentioning this stuff at all. Team Perfection 1. We were frying out here in California for the tour for real, 83 degrees. Yeah, Team Perfection, thank you for writing in.
Wow.
A lot of people were on that like, oh my God, I only have a couple days left for this Pikachu Libre, and like they're trying to like pound these sets out just to get it. And yeah, mine was pretty bad. All right, and now I have I'm just gonna pull up. Let me put. We'll listen to this with a nice Monk's Pub background here. I have a voicemail from Sir Amanda, and it's a long one. It's a long voicemail, but she makes some killer points, and it's really good. And we love Sir Amanda. So here we go. Take it away.
Hey, Lured Up, it's Sarah Amanda here. So, with Go Tour Global in the rearview mirror, just thinking back on it, and so I think this is the first time we've had an event where a free-to-play player could get unknown spawning off their incense, which is amazing, because usually you have to save all these letters just in case so I could trade to all the free-to-play players who couldn't get them because it was a paid-only bonus. And so it was great. Locals could catch Unknown for the first time. I could hold a contest for, if you get a shiny K, show me. Because before, I would have felt a little awkward. It's like, oh, like, that'd be a weird one to put in there because only people who paid for the ticket can catch this. And it's like, oh, cool. Everyone's able to have a chance at catching this, so I can spotlight it as a possible prize Pokemon. Okay, another thing, link charges. So for the most part, I think they're great because, yeah, it's just another free additional currency you can use to do more stuff for free in the game. But the messaging of it is very odd. I hope it gets improved. The oddest thing is how if you have an orange raid pass in your inventory, you can't use link charges. Like, I wanted to save my free raid pass to use for a legendary Pokemon. But at the start of the day, like, the only things on the screen were super mega raids. So I had to use my raid pass on a super mega Pokemon instead of saving it for the legendary Pokemon. It was that, or just, forego doing the raids that everyone was doing at the start of the day, which I had 3 winter raid tasks in my inventory, so I kind of had to. But I would have, why not let me use my link charges on this thing if I want to? Oh, and the button to switch to say you want to use link charges instead of a raid pass. It's not really obvious. Like, if someone didn't tell me, oh, look down there, there's this new button, I definitely would not have seen it. Also, it's kind of not obvious how many link charges you have in your inventory. Like, it's really weird because, the cap is 600, and so if you go over that, it'd be nice to be able to see, just so you know. Like, yeah. So anyway, there's people in my community who they for whatever reason didn't use all their link charges. Maybe they didn't know, maybe they underestimated or whatever. So they have thousands of link charges in their inventory. Good luck to them using them all, I guess. The downside, I suppose, is I guess we'll find out as time goes on. Will they be able to get the free link charges from the weekly friend task, or when you check into a community ambassador meetup, you now get, in addition, when you do the whole page of tasks, which are pretty easy to do, there's 100 link charges in there. Currently, you just can't claim it if you have 600 or more link charges, which just seems bad.
It's a good voicemail.
Anyway, that's all. Peace. Sarah Amanda.
All right. So, yeah, a lot of really good points there. And I think it speaks to the changes that we're seeing in the game and how we kind of have to have a little bit of a different approach because there's different ways to do things now, for better or worse, whichever way you want to, kind of think about it or look at it. I still am hearing a lot of negativity about the link charges. I do think that it's a huge positive. It's a little weird. I tried to do a remote mega pincer today. I was not given the option to use link charges. Are they broken? I don't know. Maybe. It's if you haven't taken a look at the known issues page for Niantic lately, take a look because it's long. There's 50 things listed on it. But I do think link charges are a positive. But it does kind of flow into our final topic here, and that's just that the game is starting to feel different. And we talked about for years, how are they going to make this game harder? How are they going to add challenge? How are they going to put end game content here? We don't know. And what we're seeing is kind of a rewriting of the in-game economy, both with Pokemon and with monetization. All these things are different now. We're seeing the delivery of information via blogs comes different now. We're getting, sometimes they give us plenty of information. Sometimes they give us no information.
And they say there's plenty of goodies and extra new Pokemon.
Yeah, and even more goodies. The monthly content updates for March, it was super dry. There was barely any information. Everyone kind of was throwing their hands up, what the heck? And then before we knew it, we're getting detailed blog posts that we're filling in the calendar over the next few weeks. So the way they're delivering the information is different to us. And now we have the structured events, Saturdays, which, again, a lot of people getting a little upset about Saturday events because it excludes people that work on Saturdays, have, religious stuff on Saturdays. it blocks
Sundays.
out a whole lot of people. But it's a shift to the way we have to approach the game. So, well, I'll ask everyone here in the chat. I'll ask everyone that is, listening to this in their ears.
Watching.
Let us know what you feel is different about the game, and has your habits, and this could be your gameplay habits, your spending habits, your approach to like buying a ticket versus coins, things like that. Are things changing for you? Because I find myself, I'm spending about the same, but it's like,
See, I feel like I'm spending less.
but do you think you're playing less? Because that could just be a symptom of playing less.
Probably.
Because like I'm playing more.
And it's not like I don't want to play. It's just
right. It's not for lack of trying. But
yeah, it's like, this Pikachu event is Pikachuing me out.
Well, I might only buy one like group of coins a month, and then that kind of like I stretch it out over the whole month because my other consumables in game are being reinforced by showcases, by the Go Pass, by other deals, like buying stuff. Like that's the other reason I like to have coins on me, is if there's a good deal. Like there was, I think it was $40 for 100 raid pass box that was floating around the shop for a couple days. Like these are things that like if you could dish out, the value is really high, almost like the premier ticket at Go, for Go Fest. It's like it's $100.
Mm-hmm.
You get a nicer bathroom sort of, but you get all these crazy items. Remember in New York, people were like, yo, these bathrooms are still nasty. Sorry, Randall's Island. But you're getting like 100, all these passes and all these lures and all this incense, like all these things. But I think that, I don't know. I just think that the direction of the game, and we can call it the Scopely effect, right? Because I do think that this is now, we're seeing changes. We're seeing, for better or worse, a rewrite of GBL. We're seeing a rewrite of the monetization, a rewrite of the calendar.
Yeah, a 300% increase.
Yeah. But I just think the game is different. I think the game is different.
That's what's different about it, the 300% increase.
So let us know. What do you feel? How are you feeling? Does the game feel different to you? Do you like the direction that the game is going in? Because if you look online, you may not see too much positivity. People are thinking that, because the encounter pool of an event isn't strong, that ruins the entire event. Or
the entire event ruined. It's ruined.
Or if
why even play when the event's
a
ruined?
$5 Go Pass Deluxe that I can't enjoy this event unless I buy this $5 thing. I think they're kind of mitigating that by offering the free Go Pass, and I do think that there is a softer push, more passive push on incentivizing in-person play. And I think that they're doing this the right way by not blaringly telling people like the only way to get the most out of this game is to play in person. And if you play remotely, you can, but you're gonna, it's gonna hurt. It may hurt, but they're not framing it like that. So I think they're doing it the right way.
Yeah, because it hasn't. We haven't gotten to that point where like people are getting the side effects from sitting on the toilet for so long, remote raiding.
I do.
That hasn't come out yet. The studies haven't shown yet.
Yeah. It's. I just I think that what we're seeing is a push for in person. If you play in person, you will have a greater value to your time and money. I think that's an important distinction, because we could all play this game remote. We could do a lot of this stuff remote. You can throw an incense on and not leave the room, and it's going to perform like crap. I think that's a good metaphor for this whole thing.
That is true.
It's like, sure, you can do it remotely. You could do it without leaving. But if you do leave and if you do go out, you're going to have a better time all around. You're going to get better functionality.
You could even find a route.
That's what I'm saying. You could do all these things again, focusing on in person. You want a remote raid? Hell, you want a remote trade? You could even do that now. But the real gameplay is going to come in person, and I think that they're doing it in a way that isn't like forcing it on anyone. And the people that refuse to play outside or refuse to, say like, hey, I can't play this game because I can't find 3 other people in my town, or whatever the case may be, they're going to continue to lean into that and say that this game isn't supporting them. But in my reality, the people that are playing in person are kind of coming to the realization of like, oh wow, this is great. This is great. I can play a raid day for free and do 8 raids right now or something. Like, that's awesome. And that same person could go home and be like, oh my God, I'm going to do 8 remote raids. This is going to cost me, 17, 18, 20 bucks. This is terrible. You have the option. It's all optional. If you want the best experience, get out there.
If you want to be the best,
yeah, you gotta act as if, right? Anyone ever see the movie Boiler Room? One of my favorite movies of all time. Yeah, act as if. You have to act as if you're the president of the company, right? It's like, just act as if you're a real trainer. How are you going to train the best? How are you going to get the best experience? It's not going to be from playing simulations. It's not going to be from anything like that. It's going to be from getting out there. So I enjoy that because it pushes the immersion of the story. It pushes it all. So, but I do think the game is changing, and I do think it's changing for the better. And I think it's going to take a couple months for it to shake out, but I don't know. I mean, and I think it's worth
we've
noting.
gotten introductions to like new items like the bottle caps, and that's been like a fun little like side quest. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm excited for Go Fest because like hopefully we'll get another golden and we can just make something from nothing essentially. And then hopefully shortly after we get the silver bottle cap again. Like, that would be epic.
No, I agree. I think that the direction is a positive one. And this game is best played outside with friends. I love playing this game solo. I love playing on the toilet like the next guy. But it's really about getting out there, playing in person, playing with a group, playing with a community, building a game board. And those that embrace that, in my opinion, just going to have a better time with their money, a better time with their experience. So let us know. Lured up at PokemonProfessor.com. You can leave us a voicemail like Sir Amanda did, 732-835-8639. Let us know. How is the game feeling different to you? Is it feeling different? What are you doing differently? Are you spending more, spending less? Let us know. And we'd love to keep this conversation going online as well. But Adam, I think we did it, man. That's a show. We even went a little long.
We did go a little long.
So sorry about that. I like going long.
Giggity.
Thank you so much, everybody, for checking it out. Make sure you check out luredup.com for everywhere you can connect with the show and, listen to all the other shows on the network, too. You can see all that stuff, too. Thank you so much. If that's a show, Adam, I think that's a show. We did it, right?
We did it.
Keep training, trainers. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Later, y'all. Appreciate you.
Bye, everyone.